First Baptist Church of Erwin family, and others who are watching this, the year of 2020 is winding down to an end. And at the end of the year, we reassess, we look back, and it's important to look back and to see all the things that we have done, all the great and wonderful things that we have done as a community, but how God has used us here at First Baptist Church of Erwin. We went into this year thinking that we had our goals in mind and we knew what we were going to do. We, of course, talked about our first goal, a building goal, and it was developing and creating space for children and our nursery on the first floor of the education building. And we accomplished that, and we did that. And we had two other goals, a spiritual goal and a community goal. And as we were pursuing these goals we had in mind, new goals entered in. A couple of the things that we have grown, that we have seen happen in our church is, one, media. You're receiving and watching this video today, and that is thankful. We're thankful to that due to our partnership with Parable Media. But also we began to say, hey, we're going to have to get our services online to continue to worship. Every church asked that question. But I'm thankful that we asked it earlier on, that we didn't stop doing ministry. We actually never had a lapse in a service. And so we've developed, of course, beginning by recording our services. And Mike Hall was instrumental in filming us each week so we could have those services to premiere for you every single Sunday. And then we continued on to have prayer times together online on Facebook Live, and we were able to connect, and people who were anti-internet all of a sudden said, I think I know how to do Zoom calls and Bible studies. I think I know how to get on Facebook and to pray with the church. I think I can access these videos on YouTube and Facebook and pray and worship every single Sunday. And we were so glad because of that. We moved even further as we decided we may be able to safely meet again. Distancing, wearing masks, doing things the appropriate way in church. But we couldn't leave the video portion. We had developed a community outside of our four walls. People had seen our church for the first time in years, recognized we were part of this community here in Erwin. And so we decided we had to do something, which is now, even as we go into 2021, we will continue as we have been with our services live on Sunday. So those who felt comfortable coming back, came back, taking precautions, of course, but for those who did not feel comfortable coming back, they have never had a lapse in being able to worship with us. We have lots of things that we can celebrate this year. We've had, of course, 10 new individuals join our fellowship here at First Baptist Church of Erwin saying, this is going to be our community. We want to be a part of this church. Even during the midst of a pandemic, we have 6 candidates for baptism, and we're waiting for that point to where we can baptize people and enjoy that holy moment together. We have met our budgetary needs for the year. There was a lot of fear in a lot of churches. Are we going to be able to survive in 2020 due to all the constraints? We've all suffered, and we have those in our community and elsewhere that have suffered financially, but our members remained faithful, and God has provided during this time financially and more. We had the opportunity to elect 3 new deacons to serve. 2 who were installed, Mickey Hummel and Larry Morgan, who have previously served, and 1, Leo Scalacci, who was ordained a deacon here at First Baptist Church of Erwin. A powerful moment, and one we captured not by our typical laying on of hands, but by a symbolic laying on of hands this year. And it was a powerful service as Leo received cards from all of you being laid in baskets in front of him. And as he felt, and as all of them felt, you praying for them as they are seeking to serve and be our new deacons and part of our new deacon body in 2021. And we thank Bill Corbett, Reston Faircloth, and Joy Denning as they've rotated off for their service and for all they've done in their deacon ministry. We are also seeing so much growth in our youth and our children. And we are now seeking a part-time position for a director of Christian education to come alongside and to do things with youth and children. And we are prayerfully beginning that process to look at who is God calling to serve in that capacity here at this church. Our people continued to call to reach out to each other to make sure people had all of their needs, whether it was toilet paper all the way to food and financial things being met. We continued, our deacons along with regular church members continued to be the church and to be that community that we are called to. We also became a little bit more missional. We said, how can we be the church and serve our broader community in the midst of the pandemic? We did that by continuing with our backpack buddies, continuing to be able to provide children with meals that usually got them at schools. We continued that with our WMU mission projects that were different each and every single month. We continued that with partnering with the food box ministry with Baptist on Missions, and we handed out close to 750 to 1,000 food boxes to needy families in Erwin while it was continuing on. We continued our Operation Christmas Child shoe boxes, and we found out that they were even sent to Madagascar and Honduras, and we're so proud that we were able to do that and to continue that. We were able to continue to support all of our mission organizations, all our church planners and other people that we give to. We continued to pray for missionaries. We also, during the Christmas period, were able to bless people who were struggling financially. We were also able to, even last Sunday, have Kennedy Children's Home and give a wonderful financial gift to them as we're hoping to continue supporting them. This is not an extensive list of everything that occurred. There are small things and big things that occurred during 2020 that I may be forgetting. But as we review ourselves annually, as we're looking at what we did, I think and I know for a fact, God used us in the midst of a pandemic, that we said yes, that we continued to be the church. We never closed our doors. And so I'm proud of our church. I'm proud of you for everything that you have done, whether it was a phone call, whether it was a card, whether it was a prayer, whatever it was. Thank you for being the church during 2020. 2021 is on the horizon, and we are coming up with, of course, some new goals for the year. Now, once again, they may have to change a little bit. Some of them may have to change because, as we found out this year, who knows what will happen? Who knows where God will lead us? But I want you to be prayerfully considering how God is wanting to use our church in 2021. What are the things that we need to be doing as a church? What are the things and ways that God is wanting to use you through our church? How can you serve here at First Baptist Church of Erwin for the sake of Jesus Christ? I want you to be prayerfully considering that. Pray along with me and the other leadership as we are entering into 2021. And come what may, I know that we are going to continue to be First Baptist Church of Erwin. God bless each and every single one of you. And I hope that you have a wonderful end to 2020, but that you are ready to jump into 2021.